So as you guys can hear, the bike is warming up. I've checked out here at Deadhorse Camp, and I'm just gearing up to head out this morning. I didn't film coming into Deadhorse last night because it was dark and really nasty, actually, to be honest with you. So I wasn't too worried about getting that filmed. So I'm going to film leaving Deadhorse this morning. Definitely the worst section of the road the entire trip was the last 10 or so miles into Deadhorse. It's under construction right now, and so it's full of 2 and 3 inch river rock that is just hard as all get out to ride through, and I have to wait on pilot cars. So I'm going to get up to the road now and wait for a pilot car, so you might be getting a little video journal here while we talk. So I don't see pilot cars either direction, so I'm not certain where they're at right now. Rolled in last night completely on fumes. Put 4.7 something gallons in my 4.5 gallon tank when I finally got to the gas station. So yeah, that was fun. But as of now, I'm just having to wait for the pilot car. The road you see in front of you, they're working on right now, building it up off the tundra. They put down some foam. It's interesting watching them do grading with a steel I-beam on the excavator, but you know, it's the method that works for them up here, so I'm not going to be the one to tell them no. So hopefully you guys can see this and the camera's angled well. You can see the grade stake right there in pink, just in front of me, and he's just pushing the bank down and setting slope. There'll be an excavator that comes by later that will handle the rest of it. Oh, he might be packing it now. Okay, so what you'll see here is he's going to pack that and compact it down, I believe. Oh no, he's going to back drag that. Okay. So, yep, he's just going to smooth out that slope and make it all set. So, kind of cool civil engineering stuff here. Reminds me of school. But as you can see, there's not much out here. It's all tundra. Rode 330 miles yesterday. Gonna try and do all 500 or so back to Fairbanks today. Ooh, here comes the pilot car, so that's a good timing bit. I'll slip into the back of the line and we're into the middle somewhere. This riding may end up being stand up on the pegs. That's what it was last night coming in. I went ahead and added the giant loop big paddle flaps here to see if that'll help keep any of the wind down on my hands, keep them a little warmer. Not certain if that'll work or not, but we're going to try it anyways, and I'll let you know as we go. I'm probably only going to film for maybe the first 4 or 5 miles out of Deadhorse till I get to better roads, and then it's kind of tundra for a long time. So we're not going to film that, but I am going to go ahead and let you guys see the road out of Deadhorse, where the pilot car could sit. Well, we do have a mine truck coming. Looks like Bryce Construction's doing this part of the project, but those are the big mine trucks. That might be a pusher, might be a tilt bed, I'm not certain. But you can see they take up a lot of the road. So topped up on fuel, grip heater's on low. Ate some of my food before I got in the road, and now I'm going to go do this run. And there's my pilot car I'm going to be jumping in next to. And actually the road's pretty good this morning. We'll see if it's this way the whole way or if I'm going to be back up on the pegs jumping around. So my goal point is to make cold foot for lunch before I do much else. We'll see how well that works. I may or may not have to stop before then and stretch. But the bike's been not bad for comfort for kind of longer hauls. Definitely want to lower the pegs. Probably said that a few times, but they're a little cramped for my 32, 33-inch inseam. Everything else has worked out well. The Olympia Moto Gear Dakar jacket and Airglide 4 pants have been great. Been wearing the rain gear as the outer layer, and got my winter liner on in the jacket, and actually my running warm-up pants in underneath my pants today. I didn't wear any liners underneath the pants yesterday, and my legs were a little cold, which is odd for me. But I wanted to make sure that I had some comfort for the long haul today. And it's a little squirmy today, but not nearly like it was last night. Last night, this was all soft and loose, real deep, churned up stuff, so it was much worse to ride on. Right now, it's not too bad at all, and the wind is much less today than it was yesterday, so generally, you're getting a nice, easy, mellow ride out of here instead of what I dealt with yesterday. So hopefully that's a good omen for the rest of the day. It is a Tuesday morning. It's now 11:10 a.m., so it's getting close to lunchtime, but I'll eat at about 2. The ride's been beautiful. Met some really great folks. John and Jim, who rode up from San Francisco, a pair of brothers. Jim's a Vietnam vet who didn't go to the Arctic Ocean with us this morning, but myself and John did. John just happened to be on the same tour trip I was. He's got to get a tire patched up before he leaves to head back today. He'll be coming into the outpost and getting set up with some Anarchy 3s in Fairbanks when he gets back into town tomorrow or Thursday. I'll probably go ahead and call tonight when I get in and just tell Justin that he's coming in for tires. Yeah, you can see all the foam and the stockpiled rock off to the right-hand side there. I don't know if they've been dredging that from here or if they've been hauling it up, but I would guess it's probably dredged from here, considering the quality of rock here. It's definitely been a fun trip. A lot of people say, what's the point of going to Deadhorse? It's just a road at the end, but sometimes you just got to go somewhere to see what's there. And while there wasn't a lot here, it was really an interesting experience to come up and see the drilling rigs and all the oil field support, and actually get out onto Prudhoe Bay with the tour this morning and see the active pumpers. Get to actually dip my hands in the Arctic Ocean and splash a little water, take some video. So yeah, this is a much easier ride now than it was coming in. So this is probably going to be the most boring video ever, but at least you get to see what Deadhorse looks like. All sorts of loaders running there. Way stations, yeah, they're looks like they're borrow pit. One of them at least. It's a lot of sand. You can see all the silt control fences and all the berms. Yeah, this road is much nicer today than it was yesterday. That just it goes to show what how much work they get done up here, as they've been working over the last 12 hours. You can see motorcycles use extreme caution, so it might be back to the rutted, nasty stuff up ahead. But like I said, there's not much in the tundra. You can look out there, see a solar station for some sort of research, and you can now see what appears to be fiber optic cable track, or utility cable track that they've been running all along the route. They've been working on the side of the road. This is actually pretty darn nice right now. They've obviously compacted a bunch of it. If you can see right now next to me there, that big sloppy rock there that's real deep. You can see the tire ruts on the right-hand side. That was essentially what I was riding through in the rain last night. You'll probably see the windshield is just covered in mud. The bike itself's pretty dirty, but you know, it's been a good trip. The pilot car's slowing down for some reason. Yeah, now that we're on good roads, the pilot car is slowing down. Yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying seeing this trip from a distance. I don't know if that is... this might be the end of the pilot car's run. I'm not certain. But I haven't seen a flagger, so I'm not certain what's up. Might be slowing down for an obstruction up ahead. Oh, geez.
Looks a little congested in there. I'm gonna just wait a second.
No worries. Anything after last night was... Last night this road was rough coming in.
You're getting to the rough part.
Okay. Yeah, this was all rough last night coming in, so...
Yeah, especially in the dark. I don't just,
Yep.
people shouldn't go on this road at night under construction. It's very dangerous.
Yeah, I got in about 8 o'clock, so I still had some light going on, so it wasn't too bad, but yeah.
Where are you from?
Oh, I'm out at Fairbanks, actually. This is the start of my big trip. I'm headed down to Ushuaia, Tierra del Fuego, off the southern tip of Argentina.
No kidding.
Yep.
A lot of people like to do that.
Yep, so this was the run north to the Arctic Ocean, and then I'll be turning around and heading out from Fairbanks on September 6th, so...
So how long do you think you're going to take that whole trip?
I've set aside about 4.5, 5 months to do it in. So it can be done much faster than that, but I want to actually experience some of it, so it's not going to be too bad.
This is kind of an experience, this part of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Lived here since '01, but I haven't come up by this way on motorcycle ever before. In the truck, I've never come this far north, so yeah, it's
So you drove up from Fairbanks and now you're driving back.
Yep, so I'll drive back to Fairbanks and refit the bike and get everything ready. This was kind of my shakedown run to make sure everything was working right. So, and when it's really sloppy, I'll probably drop back a little bit because I've got to be on the throttle to keep the front end light or it'll wash and dive under. So if you see me kind of surging back and forth, it's just me making sure that I have throttled through the rough stuff.
Okay, I'm just worried about it as I've been through this part. And,
Yep.
So we'll be praying.
We got it.
Stop finding one car every morning and help.
Well, as you guys probably were able to hear, we're getting ready to go into the rough stuff. So last night this whole section was rough. So, but if the employees think the next bit's the tough bit, I may still be up on the pegs wallowing a bit. If you hear me cursing at myself to stay on the throttle, don't be surprised. I had to do that last night too, as I tried to roll the throttle off and slow down in the muck. I had to remind myself to speed the hell up. So I'll try and keep the language clean for Facebook, but I can't make any promises. I'm still an old infantryman at heart, even if I have been out for a while. Oh, we're already getting a little wallowy. Yeah, they just ran the water truck over this. Clearly has been here pretty recently, so. If you do make it up here ever to ride, one of the things that I would definitely say to you is wash your bike as soon as you get back to Fairbanks, because that'll be when you're clear of all this stuff. They use bonding agents in the water that will just eat away at everything, and it'll turn into a grinding paste on your chain. So it's I'm probably accelerating the wear on my chain rather exponentially here. Oh, yep, we're getting a little wobbly. Not as bad as last night still. I'm going to come up on the pegs a bit. Yeah, that was why. So for those who don't ride and maybe don't know what's going on here, I'm up on the pegs to keep my center of gravity low. Because if I'm sitting on the seat, the center of gravity is up high. Oh, yeah, that's sloppy. Up where the center of my mass is. By standing up, most of my weight is transitioned through the pegs. I keep my hands light on the bars, so that the actual center of weight is now low in the middle of the bike. So as it starts to wallow, the weight is down low, and it keeps it from tipping on me and making it even sloppier. So it allows me to weight the pegs to steer the bike and keep my hands loose. I'm in a bit of an attack posture from motocross or mountain biking. Legs are 2/3 or 3/4 squat, or sorry, quarter squat, third squat, just a little down from the top. Whoa, yep. That allows the bike to dance around under me and keep my weight light. Heads up, elbows are up. Really what I want to do is I want to keep myself going in a straight line and let the bike do what it's going to do. As it starts to wallow a bit, I want to give it a little more throttle to take the weight off the front end and keep that rear tire planted and spinning with traction, not just spinning free. So we're going about 27, 28 miles an hour. Trying to keep it with the pilot car. There we go. And now that we're back on a little firmer ground, I can sit back down and rest my legs a minute. I don't know if there'll be another section of the wallowy stuff. But, yeah, for those, for about half the people listening or watching this, it's going to be derby stance, people, derby stance. Engage those quads. Roll my hips under. I'm kind of more of a jammer stance almost, though, where I'm leaned forward a bit to keep my weight centrally balanced, and I'm only about 10% of my weight's on my handlebars, but God, if she keeps slowing down, I'm going to get hosed in this mud. Oh, she's letting the geese fly. I don't know. She thinks her legs are cramping. She didn't have to ride the bike. So the old saying, when in doubt, throttle out, definitely applies here, and if I don't have her going fast enough to give me some running room, I'm gonna end up mired in this stuff. I have to flip my visor up here. It's getting covered in some spray, and I'm actually working a little hard keeping the bike upright, so fogging my shield a little bit. Need to get a pin lock. Hopefully this open shield and being above my windshield isn't going to cause the audio to be too rough, but so far so good. Looks like she's waving me past. She's going to get turned around and I'm going to be on my own again. So it looks like that might be the end of the construction, of which I'm very appreciative. So that was definitely the worst section of the road the whole way. Make sure to be nice to your flaggers. They'll give you lots of good information on the road, but only if you're nice to them. Don't be one of those guys who wants to complain about why we're sitting still. Yeah, it's got a bitter cold. I'm guessing it's around 40 degrees right now. Hopefully it'll warm up through the day if the sun gets enough to burn off some of these clouds, but if not, that's what heated grips are for, and I'm kind of regretting not having grabbed the heated vest yet. I've got a power plug wired for it, but I don't have the vest itself yet. But yeah, as you can see, we're going to get a little throttle on here, and we're going to ride out of Deadhorse. So this gusty, windy plain here is the North Slope. Surprisingly enough, I haven't seen any caribou, but it is hunting season, so it doesn't surprise me that they aren't anywhere near the road. Lots and lots of folks out road hunting yesterday on my way up, and I imagine there's going to be more on the way south today as well, so. A little more airflow in my helmet. Going about 45. 6th gear. The CB's just humming along sub 4,000 RPMs. This is definitely not where the KLR would have been at. Oh, little sloppy. Those are the few times I could use a steering stabilizer on the bike, is finding that slop north of 40, 50 miles an hour. There were a couple sections on the way up that way. I'm probably going to cut the video off here just because what you see is tundra, and that's what I'm going to see for the next several hours until